Hi everyone, we're going to find solutions to polynomials using the quadratic formula, and by the time you get to Algebra 2, you're expected to know the quadratic formula, and you're also expected to do it pretty quickly. So that's how we're going to approach this. So try to, when you're doing these, try to memorize to yourself the quadratic formula, and also try to do it a little faster than you're used to. So the first one we're going to do is this one. And what I like to do is write down my A, B's, and C's. That always helps. I know that slows us down, but it actually makes it better. So A is 1, B is negative 2, and C is negative 11. And then you merely just plug everything in. So when you take a negative B, you know the opposite of negative 2 is 2. So you don't have to just write it down. It's just going to be 2 plus or minus the square root of negative 2 squared. Make sure you use parentheses. Minus 4a. If my a is 1, I don't even write it down, because 1 times 4 is just 4. I'm just going to write down my c, which is negative 11, over 2, because 2 times 1 is just 2. So I just skipped some steps and made it a lot easier by doing a mental math. So now we still have x equals 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 plus 44. This is 44. 2 negatives make a positive, over 2. Now, I'll write this as 2. I'm going to separate this out. 2 over 2 plus or minus the square root of 48 over 2. Now 48 can be written as the square root of 16 times 3. And then that is going to be, if you pull out the 16, square root of 16 is 4. So you have 4 square root of 3. So what we're going to get is 2 over 2 plus or minus 4 square root of 3 over 2. Therefore, the 2's will cancel. Here, this equals 1, and 2 goes into 4, 2. So your solution is x equals 1 plus or minus 2 square root of 3. And we did that pretty quickly, but we kind of had to do some mental math with the a, and we also did it with our b. So let's do it again with this one. We have a equals 1, that's nice. B equals 2, and C equals negative 12. And let's go a little faster and plug everything else in. So negative b. When you do negative b, that's going to be opposite of that, which is negative 2. Plus or minus. Just square the 2 in your head. That's 4. Minus 4, I'm not going to write the a down because it's 1. And c is negative 12. So that's pretty fast. And it's all over 2a. My a is 1. So that's all over 2. Don't forget to write your x equals. We're going too fast, right? So we get x equals negative 2 plus or minus the square root of, this is going to be 4 plus 48, which is 52. All over 2. All right? And I think we can reduce 52 by 4. That's going to be 4 times 13, which equals 2 square root of 13. So I'm going to rewrite this as negative 2 plus or minus 2 square root of 13. And I'm going to put the 2 under each piece. The 2's cancel and give me 1's. So our answer is x equals negative 1 plus or minus square root of 13. So we did that one pretty quickly. All right. Next one is here. My a is 1. My b is negative 10. And my c is negative 3. So I'm going to get started. X equals, the opposite of negative 10 is 10. I didn't do the double negatives. Plus or minus square root of negative 10. So negative 10, make sure you put in parentheses. This number is always going to be positive, because even if you square a negative, it's going to be positive. Minus 4, I'm not going to put the a because it's 1. and we have negative 3. All over 2a, which is just 2. So we get 10 plus or minus, this is 12, so it's going to be 112 over 2. Now, let's see, 4 goes into this how many times? 2, 32, so 28. So I think 16 goes into that. So we're going to have 4 times 28, but then we can take out another one. So that's going to be 4 goes into 28 7 times. So that's going to be 16 times 7. So 16 times 7 equals 112, which is 4 square root of 7. So we're going to get 10 over 2 plus or minus 4 square root of 7 over 2. So x equals 5 plus or minus 2 square root of 7. And that's it. Make sure you know how to simplify radical expressions. And you can keep going until you get it down, especially if you're doing this without a calculator. All right? That's all. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.